Hey everybody, welcome back to Winnemac Hockey. Today we got some big news in the NHL regarding Matthew Tkachuk. He came out and said directly that he is not going to sign an extension with the Calgary Flames, so things are definitely getting complicated. Stay tuned and we'll break it down. All right, everyone. So Matthew Tkachuk is not interested in re-signing with the Calgary Flames as of right now. So a double whammy over in Calgary with Johnny Gaudreau leaving, and now Matthew Tkachuk looks like he wants out as well. He did say there are 5 teams that he would be welcoming to signing long-term extensions with, and that was St. Louis, Nashville, Dallas, Vegas, and Florida. So Jake, as a St. Louis fan, this is some big news regarding your team and the other as well. So what's going on with Matthew Tkachuk, and what do you think a trade might look like to acquire him?
All right. So the trade that I've heard was offered was Jordan Kyrou, Torrey Krug, and a first-round pick. And Calgary said no, which to me, that's crazy because if you can get Kyrou to sign with you long-term in Calgary, he's going to be a great asset for that team. He's going to be great for the Blues. I don't want to get rid of him. I think that that's a mistake of a trade. I know that Matthew Tkachuk and Rob Thomas, who just got re-upped for 8 years, they are tight. They're besties. And I think that that gives the Blues some leverage to re-signing Tkachuk. It's just a matter of the Flames also probably know Tkachuk wants to go to the Blues. The Blues want Tkachuk. They want to use that pressure. But at the same time, I don't want the Blues to give up that much. So the big question is, why don't they give up Tarasenko? Well, Tarasenko has a no-trade clause. And you look at the people wanting out, like Johnny Gaudreau, like Matthew Tkachuk, it's likely that Tarasenko also doesn't want to waive that no-trade clause to go to Calgary. So it's interesting to see what they give up at this point, because from what it seems, there's nothing they can give up to get him.
And honestly, that seems like a pretty generous offer, especially with the fact that Tkachuk wants out. Calgary loses some leverage at this point. So do you think that they try to keep Tkachuk around? I know that it's going into arbitration. Do they try to keep him around? Do they try to get him shipped off here very soon? If so, what team do you think might have the best chance of getting him?
Well, I think keeping him around would be a mistake because he's going to arbitration. So that's going to be a 1-year deal. And come next offseason, you no longer get those RFA rights. He has a UFA and you lost him for nothing. So I think the rumor is he'll be gone within a week. I think it could be within the next day, honestly, with the way rumors are circulating. I think that Nashville could be a team to look at if they have the assets. I don't know what they can give up that would be more than Kyrou and Krug in a first. Maybe they just throw out more draft capital. But I think that Nashville is a team that could look at him and really add, especially in a weak Central. They could be looking to get better. Other than that, I think Dallas, we've talked about it. I don't think that they should still be pushing for the playoffs. I think they should do a rebuild. Vegas is a team that they're constantly looking for the new shiny object. So if Matthew Tkachuk is that shiny object, they'll be willing to move anybody. Absolutely no one is safe.
Yeah, and Florida as well would be an interesting one too. They just got rid of Giroux. Vegas, though, their cap situation, like you said, they would have to get rid of quite a few people to try to bring him in. They already got rid of Pacioretty, so to keep moving guys, I don't know if that's going to be great for the organization. To be, get that reputation of we'll move anyone, just to get the next best thing super quickly. So do you think St. Louis would be the front runner for Matthew Tkachuk right now?
That's what my guess would be, because I also imagine where he might want more from other teams. He might take a hometown discount because the Blues are that St. Louis is his home. So I could imagine him taking that hometown discount, and that obviously puts the Blues at a great advantage.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, do you think that the Blues could move Tarasenko to try to either replenish assets given up to get Tkachuk, or to potentially get more assets to get Tkachuk?
So the big issue I see is that Doug Armstrong does not like to give out big contracts. The most expensive player on the team this coming season is Vladimir Tarasenko, who is, it's Tarasenko and O'Reilly, who are each making $7.5 million. Come next season, Rob Thomas will be making $8 million. And that's about where Doug Armstrong puts his limit at. Pietrangelo got slightly more than that, but he refused to give him no trade clause. So Doug Armstrong's a very stubborn man. And I think if Tkachuk gets a little picky about the contract, Armstrong is the kind of guy where he might just say, okay, forget it. So we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah, so St. Louis and Nashville probably seem to be the most realistic teams. Florida could try to make something happen here. And who knows, Vegas, they could also, pull a fast one here and blindside us. Or it could be the Johnny Gaudreau situation where Tkachuk goes somewhere where we didn't expect. So it'll be interesting to see. So, fellas, if you're still with us and watching, let us know in the comments below what you think Tkachuk's future is going to look like. What team do you see him going to? And we'll see you next time on Winamac Hockey.